It's time to install Fedora 44. So let's do that, shall we? So let's go to this perspective here. I have already, I've booted to the USB boot device, okay? I have made a video about how to create the boot device, how to create the USB boot and all of that. So go check it out. But today we are going straight to installing Fedora 44. So I'm already at the boot screen of my current using motherboard. I use the F11 key. It depends on your motherboard. Again, I made a video all about that and telling you what is the key to press depending on your motherboard that you are using at the time. So you will actually need to check your motherboard manual to check what key is the one to press. But in my case here, I'm pressing F11, but you really need to check your motherboard instruction manual to make sure that you're pressing the right one. And I'm picking the my micro, no, not this one, the Lexstar jump drive. It's the one that it's built to boot Fedora 44. And let's get right to it. I'm going to choose Cinnamon Live. Here I'm using cinnamon. You will see whatever flavor you have chosen. In this case, I'm installing cinnamon because let me give you a second. Yeah, I'm using cinnamon. Cinnamon is kind of the desktop environment I do prefer. So, but here you will see GNOME, you will see KDE, KDE Live, whatever flavor you have chosen, and I'm going to choose cinnamon. And I'm going to put it live, and let's see what happens. So yeah, also always keep somewhat of a boot USB because it can be very handy. You can go to my Bits channel. I talk a little bit more about that. That's a more technical channel. But here, let's just install Fedora 44. Go and check this channel here, Bits installs Linux, where I show how to build, how to create the USB device, how to obtain the images, how to do it in Windows, in Linux, how to troubleshoot this process. I have separate videos all about that. This is all about installing Fedora 44 in this video, and other videos are all about installing other Linux flavors, but Fedora 44 just came out, and I decided to give it a spin and show you guys the installation process. And there we go. I'm going to look sometimes I'm going to look behind me because that's where this computer screen is. I'm looking directly to the capture. It should be good enough for me to do stuff, but if you see me looking here, it's where the real screen is. So I may look behind me. I mean, you guys can see it. Look at that. See, that's where the screen is. That's where the screen is. So this is the real screen, and there is a capture. I'm going to look at the capture just because it's, more facing the camera. So this is your typical situation. This is your typical live environment. You can do many things here. You can troubleshoot. I have troubleshooted this computer before with this type of thing, in this type of live stuff. You can use it as a normal computer. You can browse the web, etc. For example, I can just open, for example, the Firefox browser. I could open a terminal and troubleshoot the computer. I'm actually finishing editing a video for my Bits channel where I fix grub problems using live USB. I don't want to do anything of this. I just want to go. I mean, I can just ignore this. I go here, and I can just browse the web. I cannot. Is something wrong with my computer here? Let's go to google.com. It's funny enough that I'm doing this because just to prove the point that you can use this live CD as a normal. Interesting. I don't have internet working. Yeah, is the cable disconnected? Give me a second. Yeah, the Ethernet cable was slightly disconnected. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, then the Ethernet cable was slightly disconnected, so it was not doing your proper contact, which is fine. So let's reject all of this, and well, it's at least this proves the point, proves that is everything is working. For example, if you want to watch one of my Ozai Bits YouTube videos about recovering a machine or anything like that, you can just watch a video while you do it, which is awesome. But in this case, we can just go ahead and start the install the hard drive. I have two fresh hard drives, or two fresh drive. It's an SSD and a hard drive actually. I'm going to use the smaller one, which is the SSD, and I'm going to continue and install. I'm not going to cut or do any. This is going to be straight out of the real experience for you guys to see it. So the screen is there. As you can see, it's doing the exact same thing. There it is. It's the exact same thing here. My beautiful CRT. So yeah, Portuguese, Portugal. That sounds about right. Now we go next. Oh wait. This is the install language. Oh no. I want to have English. Which one I want? Let's go with United States. Why not? Okay. The keyboard layout, it's not that one. So let's change the keyboard layout here. Let's go for my own layout. You just pick the one you want or the one you have. So say I can remove the American one because we are fine. So language is English, Portuguese, the layout is Portuguese, which is fine. Automatically set the date and time. It's fine. It's the right time. Yeah, it's fine. So let's go next. No disk selected, which makes sense. I'm going to change the destination. So here I have to be careful. I also have videos about how to install Linux and Windows in the same drive, and they can coexist. So this is my SSD. This is the one I want to use. Select. I could do crazy stuff. I could just do Windows coexistence. I have videos all about that. In this case, I'm going to install exclusively for Fedora use entire disk. I have talked about this theme in other videos. If you are trying and if you are experimenting with Linux and you are not very experienced with this kind of stuff, I highly recommend that you get a PC just for fooling around with Linux, so you avoid losing some data. Or I highly recommend you disconnect the Windows device completely. I don't want to encrypt, not at all. Create an account, which is fine. So let's go with my own account. Username is fine. The password, I'm going to put a very simple one. It's going to complain that it's not very safe, but it's fine. Enable root accounts. I can do this afterwards. I can do this afterwards, which is fine. Well, let's enable it now. It's going to ask for a root password. The root user, for the ones who don't know it, it's the kind of the administrator. It has full power on this machine. So get the passphrase that you will not forget. And yeah, that's the one. I confirm. I'm going to let the installation process decide all of this for me, which is fine. So language, enable, user account, and this is how it's going to format and deal with my device. I have two storage devices, two hard drives, one SSD and a hard drive, and it's going to leave the second one untouched, even though the second one is empty, but it's going to leave the second one untouched. So it can be, if your second one is the Windows machine, it can coexist. But again, make sure if you are experiencing this as a less experienced Linux user, I highly recommend that you get a separate machine just to fool around with Linux and to do all the Linux stuff. Yeah. But that's all on my other videos. Go check my other videos for that type of information and discussion. So I'm going to let this go. No needs to cut this because this is for learning purposes. So I'm going to let this go so you guys can actually see the whole process going. And so far so good. So Linux 44, cinnamon version. And this is just installing all the softwares. My USB device is blinking. The screen is just showing you the same thing. So of course, this is a CRT screen, which it's very nice to look at. And now I'll just let it go. I just let it do its thing. And some people like for me to edit this out. Some people like to leave it for me to leave it in. So I'm going to leave it in. And if you want to fast forward over this, you are welcome to. And you can fast forward to the end or to the point you want to see. If you find this this part a little bit more boring, which is I understand. So we are already at 31%. This will take not too long. This is not a very fast machine. It's only a dual core with hyperthreading and with 8 gigabytes of RAM. So it's not the most performant machine in the world. But this proves the point that any machine can actually install Linux. So there we go. I'm going to let it do its thing. And it's going to do all the things it has to do. I'm just checking my emails from my customers. Everything looks fine, which is nice. While this goes, I'm just maybe I'll work in my this video's thumbnail. I mean, let's why not? Let's optimize our time. In the meantime, you can type in the comments below any questions you may have. I'm quite happy to answer any questions. 65% already. So I will recycle my previously used Fedora thumbnail, most likely. There we go. I will get the other one and and add a 44. How lazy is that? Quite, but it works. So let's go with this. Let's put a big, huge 44. Oh, 44. And I'm going to make this bigger. Oh, not what? Oh, this looks like shit. So let's do this again. And we add this. So let's go here like this. 70% already. Cool. Let's go for a huge font, like 200 pixels. You type 44. So it doesn't look crappy. Okay. I'm going to put my finger. That sounds nasty. Yeah, so let's do this like this. Good. I'm using GIMP by the way. Filters, light and shadow, drop shadow, opacity 100%, no blur radius. This is going to go here. And there we go. Looking spiffy. File, export as. I'll just go to my, already going to the installed bootloader. Cool. So I'm going to my work directory from my thumbnails, and I'm going to create Fedora 44.jpg. So my thumbnail, it's done, which is quite nice. Discard changes. Yep. And where are we at? Installing the bootloader. So this is basically the last part. And Fedora uses grub as its bootloader, unless they have changes in Fedora 44, which I highly doubt they did. It will just make no sense at all. And we are close to it. Again, this is not a very performant machine, okay? This is a very modest. This is also for me to prove you guys that It doesn't take long. It doesn't take much to install Linux. Anything can run Linux actually. Inside the bootloader, let me see my hard drive lights. Yeah, they are blinking. Yep, it's doing its thing. As you can see here, we are exactly at the same section, at the same point, installing. While I'm here, while this is installing, you can use the system whatever you like. I can open a browser. You have all your apps there. So let's let it finish up installing the bootloader. It shouldn't take much longer. And we should have a fully installed Fedora 44 system really soon. It's doing your thing, completed, configuring. Finalization, generating interim FS. This is the piece of software that allows the. I mean, it helps the bootloader to boot the system. I don't want to be that much technical about this, but this is going to assist the system to boot. It's the interim FS. This is going to include some system drivers essential for the system to boot. And it's doing its thing. And of course, it's doing the same thing here. And now we wait, installing, finalizing, running post-installation script. So we are really close. So the video is now 16 minutes long. So it took, 10 minutes to install. Successfully installed. You can now exit to live desktop. And now we just simply do a shutdown here. Or maybe you can just restart. I think I will go for the restart here. And hopefully this will just boot to the SSD device and not the USB pen. If it boots, I could pull the USB pen right now, but I'm too lazy. Let it go do its thing, and yeah, it booted to my SSD. It's going to let it boot until the end, and yeah, there we go. 10 minutes and Fedora 44 is installed. And if you usually watch, and you should watch my Bits channel, you know that I am a Fedora fan. So all my systems is Fedora. I'm a Fedora fan for the longest time. So I'm a Fedora user. We can just type in the password for my user, and we should have a fully functional desktop with everything just working. Done. 10 minutes, and we have a fully functional and working system. Let's quickly just check to see if we are actually at Fedora 44. I don't see why not. Yep, Fedora 44, and everything should be working. Let me see. Yeah, network indication, it's up. I'm just going to open Firefox. And quickly just check my YouTube channel. So www.youtube.com/@ where's my @ symbol? / my keyboard physically it's not Portuguese, so Ozoi Bits. This is my main channel here. I'm going to reject all for now, and everything's just the same thing here, right? So that is my main channel here. Go and subscribe, and we go to this one. Installs Linux, and this is the one we are currently now watching. Go over there and give it a subscription, much appreciated. So that's pretty much it. 10 minutes time, I have a fully functional Linux box, in this case, the lovely Fedora 44. Let me know if you have any questions, doubt, or anything you would like to ask about all of this. Go check my Bits channel. go check my Oslo Beats Install Linux channel, the one you are watching right now, and also go check my Oslo Beats games on Linux where I play games exclusively on Linux. Like, subscribe, hype, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.